And welcome to the latest video in our video diary for my journey through DDP Yoga and aspects of my life over the last 7 days. And it's been an interesting week. It's my second full week of lockdown here in the UK, so I've been working from home, working in the office at home here. Access to everything I need that I would have in the office, so it's been relatively easy. Transition. Again, I touched on it last week. There are some positives to it, like no commute, so saving money on the commute as well as time. Finishing work and being home is obviously helping as well. Last week on the DDP Yoga journey was again stand-up, the bespoke workout and red hot core combination. Scales, again, as I've mentioned in previous videos, still not been able to get replacement batteries for the scales, so my weight is up in the air. I do feel good. I feel slimmer. Well, obviously I'm still quite the chunky guy, but I feel slimmer. My clothes are still fitting better. I feel tighter and such like. Part of that is obviously by the lockdown. Not going out. I'm not eating as much. I'm eating enough to get through the day. With the yoga exercises, finding the motivation to continue with them is there. The motivation to give it 100% is slowly fading. I've been going a little stir crazy, being cooped up in the house on my own. Luckily Josh has been here since Wednesday. The lockdown does allow for kids of divorced parents to move between the two homes. So Josh is here until Monday. Then he goes back home to his mum's house for a week. Then he's back with me the following week, and I'd booked time off from work for that week anyway. We were going to go somewhere, obviously that's not going to happen. But I'm still going to take the vacation time from work just to give myself a bit of a break from all of that. Try to fill my time with other things, including continuing the DDP Yoga program that we're on just now. We'll be switching it to Fat Burner in a couple of weeks. Hopefully the end of the lockdown will be in sight by then. Hoping by the first week of May that the UK government announces something where I don't imagine it's going to be a complete open, everything's back to normal thing. That's not going to happen for a while. But as it relates to a lockdown, perhaps factories and offices opening first, gradually people returning to the places of work rather than working from home, manufacturing and industry gets back to it, then public transport, shops, non-essential shops may start opening again. So I think that's how it will probably work. There'll be a gradual stages of minimising the lockdown. So it'll be work first, work in schools, non-essential shops possibly as well after that. Then maybe things like cinemas, that kind of thing will open up. And the last thing to open up will be mass gatherings, which will be your sporting events and your festivals and your concerts. It's obviously had an effect on pretty much every aspect of the modern world at the moment. Music shows, stand-up comedy shows are all delayed. Cinema movies have all either been pushed back or just went straight to video. Disney just did a thing yesterday where they've announced their revamped slate, which has moved the MCU forward. So like Black Widow has taken Eternals date, Eternals moved on to Shang-Chi's date, and so on. So all the cinematic universe stuff has moved forward, except Thor Love and Thunder and Spider-Man 3, whatever Spider-Man 3 eventually is called. That is still pegged as a July date. Now that could be because it's a Sony production, a co-production, so a decision hasn't been made, or it could be that its connection to the MCU will be so minimal that it doesn't really matter where in the sequence that movie goes. So that'll be interesting to see there. One thing that is disheartening is that New Mutants was not given a new release date. It's had its original release date scrapped, again for obvious reasons, but it wasn't announced in the new slate. Now that movie is cursed. It's had like a 4 or 5 release dates. It should have come out like 2 years ago. It was delayed a number of times. Then the sale of 20th Century Fox assets to Disney delayed things, which included Dark Phoenix and this. Dark Phoenix came out just before the merger was complete. This is a post-merger release. This could end up just on Disney Plus. I just want it to be released at this point. The trailer makes it look great. It looks like it's a fitting swan song for the Fox X-Men. And I hope it gets released because people have worked on it so damn hard. In other movie news, Josh watched Commando with me on Wednesday night and he absolutely loved it. The journey through the classic movies that I did with his older brother Richard, I'm doing with him now. So Commando's in the books, absolutely fantastic. He loved the one-liners, he loved the action, he loved the overblown characters, not killing Sully last. Finally get to see where, because when he did it with Terminator as well, there's a line in the Terminator where Kyle Reese says he didn't build the effing thing. And for as long as Josh can remember, I've used that when something doesn't work or I don't know how something works. And he watched Terminator and he finally got the reference. And when he watched Commando, I've used the "I like you, that's why I'm going to kill you last" line numerous times as well. He finally got the reference for that. And he thoroughly loved it. So I'm not sure what we're going to do now. I don't know if we're going to stick with Schwarzenegger. I think we will do. There's quite a few Schwarzenegger films we can work our way through. I'm debating whether he's 13, debating whether he's going to be okay to watch Predator. I was younger than him when I watched Predator, but it was a different time back then. We'll have a look. We'll have a look and see. If we are going to stick with Schwarzenegger, I think I'll do Predator. Or maybe Conan. Conan could be a good one as well. If we're not going to stick with Arnie, then maybe we'll switch to Stallone, see what we can bring from his back catalogue. But that's a story for another time. As for me, during the lockdown, I've finished Resident Evil 2, I've hammered through that, so I've played the A story and the B story for both Leon and Claire. I've played through the extra survivor modes, the 4th survivor mode, which is, they're called the Ghost Survivor, sorry. It's 3 alternate stories of minor characters you meet through playing the game proper. And then there was also the 4th survivor, which was a mod in the original Resident Evil 2 as well. Resident Evil 3 has just came out. I'm keen on getting that, but for now, I'm going to be jumping into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's a prequel to Assassin's Creed Origins, which kind of makes no sense because you think if Assassin's Creed Origins was Origins, there shouldn't be anything before, but this is set in ancient Greece. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of mythology from ancient Greece they throw in there, because the Assassin's Creed games are good for that. The Origins was set in Egypt, so there's a few sets of mythology from there, which was really good. And I played Assassin's Creed Origins, I think I put like 100 and something hours into it. So I'm expecting this to take up roughly the same amount of time, if not more. Luckily, time is something I do have plenty of at the moment, so we'll see how we do with that. It'll be Just Cause 4 after that, and then we'll see what we've got in the pipeline once that's done as well. Next week, working from home again, but I am off on Monday. I had booked a holiday because it's Wrestlemania weekend. It's going to be very interesting. It's a pre-taped, no crowd Wrestlemania because of the current circumstances, and surprisingly no spoil. I think one spoilers came out, but that could have been a double bluff. Really excited to see what they do with this show. I don't think there's going to be a pre-show. There may be a shorter pre-show. Fortunately, there's no Hall of Fame this weekend. There's no takeover this weekend. The Hall of Fame has been moved to SummerSlam weekend if everything's hopefully back to some kind of normality by then. But a no-fan WrestleMania shot on multiple locations with the promise of cinematic quality to some of the matches. The Firefly Funhouse match, they could go all out with that. That could be phenomenal. The Boneyard match between Undertaker and AJ Styles could be interesting as well. And then just what they can do with the other matches. It's going to be really interesting. WWE are very creative when their backs are against the wall. This has been shown time and time again where they've been forced into a corner. They've been forced into the biggest corner imaginable for their type of product at this time of year. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they pull out, and I, for one, am very excited for it. I'm not excited enough to stay up and watch it live, which was originally the plan, but we will be watching night one because it's on 2 nights this year. So there's night 1's tonight, so Josh and I will watch it tomorrow, and then night 2's tomorrow, so we'll watch it on Monday. Then Josh goes home. I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then everyone's off on Friday because it's the Easter weekend, and then I'm off from that Friday till a week on the Monday after, with the whole of the following week off as well. It takes us into the last week of April, and hopefully towards the end of this lockdown. I would again like to thank the good people of Cultaholic, along with the good people of What Culture, New Rockstars, Rooster Teeth, Kate Nix, and Bright Kelly for providing entertaining content to keep me sane while cooped up. Your output is invaluable, and I hope you realise how much it means to myself and all the others who have been watching since before this went to pot, but obviously during this as well. It's been a very trying time, and it's artists and creators like yourselves that allow us to focus our mind away from the inequities that are going on at the moment and take us out of it even just for an hour or two. So thank you very much. I hope these kind of content videos distract you for a short period of time as well. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to tune into this video. I will see you again soon. There will be a video going up after this one. Since I've had time, I'm going to do a little special on some of my favourite books from the collection of books that I have on the shelves. As a lot of you know, obviously watching this video on the channel, I collect quite a fair bit for the unboxing channel and just in general. And books, I like books as well. So there's going to be some books that are shown in a video, just me talking about some of my favourite books in the collection. Maybe I'll inspire you to go and get some of them, help you pass the time during this pandemic. But keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, keep your friends safe. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.